It is Tuesday, September 17th of 2019. And I know I just did one yesterday, Sunday? No, yesterday. Yesterday. But I'm doing another one today. I can do that because it's Guy's Daily Drive. So, it is Tuesday, and that usually means I'm on my way to go bowling. It's weird how a lot of my Guys Daily Drives are recorded on Tuesdays when I'm on my way to bowling. I don't know why. That's just kind of how it works out. Oh, rough road. I don't have a particular agenda. Oof. This evening, I tried a different kind of mount yesterday, and I think that mount will work, but it will work better with a camera that has a wider angle. The iPod Touch does not have the widest angle. It basically has one angle, and that's the one that you're looking at right now. So one of the things I tried doing yesterday after I got home, the video itself was a little shaky. So I figured, okay, I'll try some stabilization on it. But when I did that, now, if you don't know how stabilization works, what it basically does is the software scrubs through the entire video, and it sees where things that it considers, that should be stationary are kind of jostling around a little bit, like my head or my shoulders seem to be moving up and down, and it's mostly because the car is moving up and down or the camera is jiggling a little bit. And what it does is it extrapolates from that and tries to move you closer to the person that's speaking, and then keep everything in that one frame as it compensates for all of the different bits and bobs that are moving around, which is great, and it works pretty well. However, if you're really, really close to the camera, and I was kind of close to the camera with the mount that I was using yesterday, it doesn't work because you end up, your entire face is right there, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants to see my face that closely. Heck, I get up to shave every morning, and I don't want to see it that close. So I ended up just leaving it and, just dealing with shaky video. The audio part didn't matter as much, but the stabilization that the program brought to the table just wasn't going to be all that good. If all it was going to do was just bring me that much closer to the action, no, don't want to do that. So this is bowling night, and for those of you who have been around for a while here on Guy's Daily Drive, one of the things that I have done over the course of time, one of the first things I did, actually even before I started in this league that I'm in, and it's a very, very casual league, we're not that hung up on details, was I got some shoes, because number one, I don't like wearing other people's shoes. It just feels kind of gross to me. And number two, I've got really, really big ass feet, size 16s, and while both of the bowling alleys that we have gone to had size 16. As a matter of fact, they even had they had a 17 and an 18, size 18. Still, it's just gross. I wanted my own shoes, and if I was going to continue to bowl, well, then I was going to get my own shoes. And for a long time after that, that was my the only thing I did. I bought some shoes, and I would take myself and my shoes to the bowling alley, and that was how I would roll, so to speak. But then, a month or two ago, I figured, I've been doing this for a while now, over a year. So maybe it's time I make a more of a commitment. And the commitment was basically to get my own ball. Now, I am what is known as a straight bowler. There's usually almost no hook or turn in the way that I throw the ball. It's just whatever direction I sling it in, that's right where it goes. So I wanted a ball, one of the ways that they get that kind of curvy motion, besides just kind of, moving their hand in a direction like that, is there's a counterweight in the ball itself. And that counterweight helps contribute to the amount of spin and the amount of turn that the ball does as it's going down the alley. Well, I didn't want that, so I got a ball that didn't have any of that, and it's a straight person's bowling ball. It just goes right down the alley. And that's what I ended up getting. However, in anticipation of possibly changing the way that I bowl at some point in the future, I kind of changed my stance, and I made it so that my, the way I held the ball and the way that I delivered the ball would lend itself better to someone who was throwing a ball with a curve or a hook. However, it was a disaster. I was basically in the worst of both worlds. I was trying to throw it like I had a hook, but still trying to make it so that it was going straight down the alleyways. And it just didn't work. I tried for like 4 weeks where I was doing this new stance, trying to make it like I was going to hook the ball later. But that's not going to work. So I think eventually, if I get another ball that will allow me to hook, then I'll change my stance and figure out what it is that I've got to do to throw a ball with a hook that has a weight in it and all the rest of that. But for now, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just keep throwing it straight. I don't know why. Now I've got the program I use to film Guy's Daily Drive is the same program that Apple was talking about when they were talking about the new iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 12, and that's Filmic. I've been using Filmic as my video camera pretty much the whole time that I've been doing Guy's Daily Drive. And it's a great program. It really, really does some great stuff. It gives you lots of good options. But because I'm using it in a iPod Touch, a lot of the options that this program brings to the table just isn't really available for me. I don't have the built-in stabilization that later iPhones have. I don't, it's kind of hard to describe, but one of the things that it does have is it has a white balance box and a focusing box, and you kind of can move those with your finger and put them where you want. Well, the focusing circle, it's actually a circle, is right where I need it to be. However, the white balance box, when I hit it, for one reason or another, turned red, and it doesn't look like it's really balancing. I don't, I'm sure it's something that I did or something I could change, but it's not doing, I think, what it's supposed to do. But it's most people that actually consume this aren't watching the video version of it, even if I would want them to. They're watching or listening to the audio version, so you don't get all the nuances of my eyebrows moving up and down or my ears moving back and forth. So you might want to consider doing that, is checking it out on YouTube, the tubes, to see the video version of Guy's Daily Drive. And something else that I need to start talking about, it would really, really help me out. If you are watching this on YouTube, or even if you're not, if you wouldn't mind going over to my channel, just look me up, Guy Searle. I'm right there. And subscribing to the channel, that would be greatly appreciated. If you like the video, you can hit the like button. That would also be, smash that like button. God, some of these guys that I've seen on YouTube, they get manic about, like, share, subscribe. Well, that's something else you can do, is you can share the video. So if you know people that might enjoy watching an old guy in a car driving around talking to himself, and it's not like some weird part of town where the old people go and feed the pigeons and talk to themselves. No, I just do it right in my car. You can share it with them. You can actually just share it to your other social media accounts and let other people know that it's there. Would be greatly appreciated. The other thing, if you would like, and you don't have to, is all of this does cost me money. The equipment, the pod feed is my host, and of course I have to give them money to host my files. It doesn't cost a whole lot as far as hosting goes, but I do end up buying a lot of equipment because I'm nuts about buying equipment. So anyway, if you would like to contribute, you can go to patreon.com/MacParrot and become a monthly donor for as little as $1 a month. You can go higher if you want, all the way up to $500 if you'd like to sponsor Guy's Daily Drive or the Mac to the Future live cast that we do on Wednesday nights. That's also, the audio version of that is in this same feed in Podbean. Cool. That would be just fantastic. Patreon.com/MacParrot. If you'd like to do a one-time donation, that would be cool. That would be super awesome. Awesome cool. God, can't believe I'm 59 years old. You could do that at ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com/MacParrot. And because some people they object strenuously to Patreon for reasons. Patreon has done some stuff that a lot of people don't like. I believe it's in regards to privacy, but honestly, my life is pretty much an open book as far as all this stuff goes. There's not too much that I keep private. But because of that, and I was told of a way to do this other thing, and that would be with PayPal, paypal.me, and again, /MacParrot. So here's what you need to do. Number one, like, share, subscribe over there on YouTube. So easy to do. The other thing you can do is contribute if you'd like to at Patreon, at ko-fi.com, or at PayPal in all the various ways that I described. There's be links in the show notes. But that's really about it. If you'd like to hear more of the stuff that I do with other people, there's the Mac to the Future livecast on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, typically with Dave Ginsburg and Warren Sklar, though I keep trying to get other admins from the Mac to the Future Facebook group to come on in to join the fun. It doesn't take a whole lot to do it. I handle all the back end stuff. I do the recording, I do the editing, I come up with most of the topics. Very, very easy. All you got to do is just show up and have an opinion. So easy to do, and not be afraid if you say something stupid. I do it all the time. The other podcast that I do is the MyMac Podcast. That is the very longest podcast that I've been doing for years and years and years. Started off with Tim Robertson, and then over with David Cohen, and now I do it with the Gaz of the Maz over there in the UK. And we have a great time with that show. It literally is therapy, I think. At least it is for me. Gaz listens as all of the just pure insanity just comes out of my head, and I feel cleansed. I feel cleansed after I get done doing a MyMac podcast. Anyway, that is going to about do it for today. So remember your assignments. Like, share, subscribe over there on YouTube. And if you'd like to donate a little cash, all the various ways that I just said, that's fine. Listen to the other stuff that I do, or don't. Just have fun. You got one time you go around in life. Spend it doing the things that you like to do with the people that you like to do them with. So that's going to do it for today. I thank you for downloading, subscribing, listening, watching, however it is that you're consuming this content. And I will catch you next time right here on Guy's Daily Drive.